morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, SKN.
Good morning, SKN. I am Jamie Morris.
And I'm Mimi Armstrong.
And we are so happy that it is Friday, but even more happy that you have joined us for yet another edition of Good Morning, SKN. So we begin today's program with a brief look at the weather. Well, if you were looking outside this morning, you'd notice that the sun came up at about 6:34 this morning. A little late, but allowed me to stay in bed a little longer, Mimi. All right, and it's going to set tonight at about 5:51, so a little early there. Temperature is about, the high today is 30 degrees Celsius, the low would be 22 degrees Celsius, and winds east-northeast at 17 to 25 miles per hour. So all in all, it seems like it's going to be a very good day, Mimi.
Regardless of the weather, it's always going to be a really good day. All right, so we're going to get to the latest in news and on the local scene in the local sphere. More NTV to launch in 2022, which is just a few days away. I can't even believe that. Local creatives to benefit from added regional and international exposure. A new television channel is coming to St. Kitts and Nevis and the wider global audience in the new year. The entertainment channel will be launched in the second quarter of 2022 and will feature local content acting as a showcase for persons from all walks of life in the creative sector in the Federation. The channel is a collaborative venture between the Ministry of Entrepreneurship, Entertainment and Talent Development and the Cable. The Honorable Akila Byron Nisbet, Minister responsible for MOENT, shared the news on Wednesday, December 15, 2021, while presenting the budget for the fiscal year of 2022. She said, "The advent of MOENT TV creates a space for creative products to be put on display for the wider audience. All creatives have the potential to create content even though some may require guidance and training in order to achieve this. The platform for dissemination of exportation of talent being fast-tracked to get creatives back on their feet and creating and earning." Again, so this is really great news for creatives. I was super excited when I realized that the government developed a ministry for entertainment, because entertainment is such a huge thing and it's growing in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Definitely.
Yes, and I'm great that, local creatives, entrepreneurs, talented individuals like me can get an avenue.
Jury's out on that, but anyway, yeah.
Can get an avenue to, share their goodness, not only locally, but regionally and internationally.
And I think that's the kicker, exactly. It's like exporting talent, as was said in the article. So awesome story there.
Great.
All right, so moving on to other local news. The Island Main Road and Old Road Bay projects are substantively completed. This according to the Deputy Prime Minister, Minister Sean Richards, who's also Minister responsible for infrastructure. So he announced this during the 2022 budget, and he says that the Island Main Road Rehabilitation Project, Mimi, is roughly 95% complete.
That 5%.
That 5% though is actually that 5% though is actually not bad. I understand that they are to do some work on the main road concerning areas of bottleneck. So they're going to try to widen some areas, particularly as we are just outside our studio to some degree when you're coming from the Keon area, and there was this bottleneck, I guess, by the roundabout where you'd have to potentially wait to go to Bird Rock or the other way.
Yeah.
That road by the National Heroes Park is actually going to be widened.
Oh, wow.
So that's part of the, I guess, the other 5%.
The other 5%.
The other 5% that we have to see. But very good work. I mean, have you been to Old Road? Have you seen?
Yes,
have you driven on it since?
Yes, of course. I drive a little too fast when I hit Old Road, because the road is so wide and it's fresh and it's smooth. It makes my little Mazda feel like I'm driving a Bugatti or something. It's really good.
Interesting. All right, I'm going to stick to my hobby.
Don't do what I do, but it's really good, and I really appreciate the new roads. Again, I got tired of like dodging potholes, so it's great. And new roads also make the country feel, rich. Yes, when you drive on
Oh,
a new road.
it's an impression thing. Okay, now I know.
Yes, it
Now I
makes
know.
the country feel rich.
From now on, I will only drive on new roads.
Yes, wonderful. We're starting our New Year's resolution. So yes, this is a good one. Only drive on new roads. For the last of our local stories, St. Kitts and Nevis to launch Month of Art, again, something for creatives, in 2022. Appreciation and awareness of the budding creative sector in St. Kitts and Nevis will be given focus in 2022 with the launch of the Month of the Arts. The new initiative is a product of the Ministry of Entrepreneurship, Entertainment, and Talent Development. The visibility campaign will feature virtual events, 4 mural projects across the Federation featuring local groups, students, writers, competitions in poetry and prose, as well as art competitions, to name a few. Again, the Minister of Entrepreneurship, Entertainment, and Talent Development, Ms. Akila Byron Nisbet, said that she firmly believes that only when the creative sector is viewed as a sustainable business model and not just as a hobby-based industry can true growth and economic success be achieved. So again, great news, more great news. I'm so excited for creatives and entrepreneurs. I know in the pandemic, I hate talking about the pandemic, but during this pandemic, I think, creatives and entertainment was hit really hard because we couldn't get together. We couldn't go to parties. We couldn't really socialize.
The thing is, it seems like it's behind us for the most part, so that's the advantage. Well, that brings us to the end of the local segment of the latest, Mimi. We will be back with more of Good Morning SKN right after this.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
And we're back on Good Morning SKN, and we're going to go into the region to get an update on what's happening. So in Antigua and Barbuda, an entrepreneur creates Christmas Village to highlight Caribbean culture. Forcian Joseph is spreading Christmas cheer and Caribbean love this Christmas through her Caribbean Christmas Village. That's great news for me. Christmas, Caribbean, love it. The tradition of building and decorating Christmas villages has been around for centuries. While the internet is inundated with the villages that depict Christmas in the temperate countries, it's rare to find villages that showcase what Christmas is like in the Caribbean. So this was one of the driving forces behind the creation of the Caribbean Christmas Village. That being the building of good and lasting memories with her family. The Caribbean Christmas Village will highlight Caribbean Christmas culture with the traditions generally celebrated on the islands, such as house-to-house caroling. I actually saw a video of some people caroling last night. It really warmed my heart. Midnight Mass, attending church on Christmas Eve, the gathering of families and friends with plenty of food, drinks, shoppings, and weddings. Yes, around Christmas they do have lots of weddings. The village comes alive, especially at night when the decorative lights are switched on and the buildings are lit. It features a harbor with yachts, cruise ships, palm trees, a sugar mill, along with mountain ranges and farms. So yeah, sounds really, really beautiful. We've spoken about Christmas decorations and lights and stuff like that, and a whole Christmas village specially designed to replicate Christmas in the Caribbean. So no snow and no snowmen.
But I was just going to say, the introduction of a sugar mill seems rather interesting to me.
I love that.
So that's a nice twist, a Caribbean twist on that particular thing. And as I was listening to you, I'm thinking, well, what is Christmas without food anyway?
Exactly. And anywhere. What is Christmas without food? Correct.
And also, talking about the carolers, when was the last time that you saw them?
I saw a video, I said last night.
You saw a video, but in person.
In person, I haven't seen them in a while.
Not since the pandemic hit, I think.
Or no, but maybe they're out now. Maybe they're caroling in mask, I guess.
I used to hear them once or twice, but hey, you never know. This is 2021. We're leading to 2022, so
yeah,
we're easing out of the pandemic slowly. Let's do it and get back to normal. All right, so we're moving on to the international news, and this morning we have some sad and a little heartbreaking news coming out of the Australian region, in Tasmania to be specific. There was an accident that involved a bouncing castle and children between the ages of 10 to 12. Unfortunately, it was an accident caused by a wind gust, which unfortunately led to the children falling, I think it was some 32 feet.
Whoa.
Off of the bouncing castle. So the reports are, as of today, that we have, unfortunately, 5 children killed and 4 others injured. So our heart's definitely going out to the people in Tasmania. It happened at a primary school fun day in Devonport, Tasmania. Now, that just brings to me the importance of safety, because this is something that is so unexpected. And I know that as we drive around in our region, we see a lot of bouncing castles, particularly, people having fun and that sort of thing. It just says to all of us that we need to be vigilant and definitely look at safety even in ways that we didn't look at safety before.
Correct.
So,
I don't think we have such high wind gusts in St. Kitts.
Well, I don't know,
To
last
lift
night
a
my furniture
bouncing
moved
castle
around.
35 feet into the air. That's crazy.
It is.
Maybe they need to now come with like straps so
I
that they
agree.
could be staked
That's
to
a
the
good idea.
to
That's
the
a very
ground.
good idea, Mimi. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's look into that. Should I copyright that idea? Should I patent
Listen,
it?
I don't know. I'm just saying, honestly, it just says to us, those of us who especially have children in our homes or whatever, just to be extra vigilant. I remember people not even wanting me to cross the road by myself and being curious about it.
Are you allowed
So,
to cross the road by
am
yourself
I allowed to
now?
cross the road? Well, the jury's still out. I know that I have, maybe I come with instructions because the lights are in town now, so you never know. I don't jaywalk anymore.
Right.
Anymore,
Okay.
but seriously, yeah. So,
But yeah,
yeah, so you out there, be vigilant, and yeah,
Be safe.
That brings us to the end of the latest for now, the regional news, and we want you to stay tuned though, because we have some upbeat programming for you today. Are you
yes,
excited?
we
Mimi?
also have some giveaways.
Well, even
We're
better.
still feeling the Christmas spirit, and we'll be feeling it for a little bit more. Can't believe Christmas is next week. So yes, we have some giveaways. Are we still looking out for the word of the day? Yes, we're still
okay.
looking out for the word of the day. So if you spot the word of the day, make sure to leave it in the comments so that you could win something special for Christmas.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so we will be back with more Good Morning SKN right after this. Stay tuned, everyone.
The St. Kitts Diabetes Association wants to encourage you to remember the association's gospel, abbreviated TEAM, in order to maintain good control of your diabetes. T, you must test your blood sugar regularly. E, you must eat right with decent quantities of vegetables and fruits and eliminate sugary products. E, you must exercise frequently, at least 4 to 6 times weekly for 30 minutes or more each time. And M, you must take your medication as prescribed by your healthcare provider. If you follow this gospel, you will significantly reduce your chances of encountering the dreaded complications associated with poor control of diabetes, namely kidney failure, blindness, heart disease, stroke, and amputations. Visit your healthcare provider regularly to ensure good control of your diabetes and to access early intervention in case of any unexpected complications. Come and join the St. Kitts Diabetes Association and add your voice and your efforts to those working to ease the burden of persons living with diabetes. Thank you.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call or WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. In this segment, we will be looking back with a very special guest, someone that I've known for a very long time, I think. So he is a history aficionado, teacher, tour guide, author, and accountant, which I did not know.
Yes, that's new.
This man wears many hats, but today this discussion will be related to his main passion, sharing his knowledge on the historic heritage of St. Kitts and Nevis. Through history, we can all learn how past societies, systems, ideologies, cultures, and technologies were built, how they operated, and how they have changed. This rich history helps us to paint a detailed picture of where we stand today. Today we have in our midst Mr. Leonard Stapleton, who will be sharing with us how Christmas came to the Federation. And I always thought it was because of Santa Claus, but I'm going to learn how Christmas came to the Federation from a division's perspective. So good morning to you,
Good morning,
Leonard.
Jamie. Good morning, Mimi.
Good morning.
Really happy to be here. And good morning to everybody out there listening and viewing. I hope I look good enough.
Yes, you look great.
Put on my Castro.
Your Castro suit.
Oh my gosh, do
So
something
everything
else.
is symbolism. And to start with symbolism, a lot of the thing that we know about Christmas is symbolism. Okay? Our ancestors are Africans. So they came here already worshiping gods, not the Christian gods. So they were indoctrinated into that. But one thing I could tell you, there's no set of people on planet Earth more spiritual than the black race, okay? So when they got into worshiping Christ, they did it on a scale never seen before. I mean, you've heard of Mahalia Jackson and those people who sing gospel songs and stuff, and you see the kind of
Emotion,
right.
yes.
It's the spirit and everything. And so that is how Christmas was, okay? I recall, I'm not that old, but because I grew up with old people,
Okay.
right? So you have to first be arranged to be born in a house with old people to understand how Christmas really was. And a lot of the preparations started long before Christmas. You would know Christmas is coming when you start to hear the carols, you start to see your grandparents soaking the fruits.
Yes.
Right?
That
In the
one.
For the
rum,
cake, right?
Not all the time it was wine, sometimes it was straight up Hammond.
I've heard a few tales.
I think there's one gentleman
Hammond
in
fruit
Nevis,
cake?
yeah. There's a gentleman, just recently I was inquiring about somebody who's doing the authentic rum cake. And they told me about a guy who starts to soak his Hammond from January. The fruits are soaked in Hammond from January.
I gotta tell you this much. When you say Hammond, you reminded me of my great-grandmother, who was also in division and known for that.
Oh, wow.
Someone is equal for everything.
Yeah.
Just a little.
The other thing I recall, and only when you get older and wiser, you make the connections. The cleaning of the house.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
was
I remember
like-
that.
Now you think of it. I have children now, and I recall bringing home the baby from the hospital. They would instruct you to make sure the house is clean. Okay? And Christmas is about the birth of Christ.
Oh, yes.
And Christ being born in a manger and everything. And Christ was born basically on a grass bed.
Yes.
That is the kind of bed our ancestors slept in, even my grandparents. They would do something in terms of changing the grass that was in the bed. That was done at
I
Christmas
heard.
time.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
One thing I tell you about those grass, they're known for what they call bed bugs. So it might be the only time of the year where you don't get the bite from the bed. But the cleaning was a sort of spiritual thing, went into the cleaning. They didn't have the fancy brooms, so they would pick some bush. Okay, I think I showed you some of the bush on the hike the other day. The indigo bush is one of them. And there was another bush that when you sweep the house with that, you can't find any cobweb, any dust at all, better than the vacuum cleaner. Okay? And you saw that kind of fervor going into cleaning and, you know, painting and everything to thing. And it's almost as if the preparation that you make when you bring in a child home.
I see the linkage now.
I see the connection now. I never saw it before, but now I see the connection. Wow.
And you take that with you. And you see nowadays a lot of people still get into the habit of cleaning.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't even know what they're doing it for, but it is that hidden.
I never knew what we were doing it for.
I know that, you know, growing up with women in the household, it was a thing to change the curtain before Christmas.
Yes.
I don't know if that's linked to what you say, because for me, the curtains could stay up all year.
As you said curtain, I remember my grandmother, you know, there was always this dilemma, probably still exists. Where do you turn the colorful part of the curtain?
Yes.
Is it
Inside or inside?
My grandmother used to say, we're putting up the curtain for us.
Not for the neighbors.
And so the pretty part will be in, and of course, when you enter the home, you get that kind of feeling and so on. So it's not a showing off to the outside, but mostly to bring that feeling inside. These days, you know, a lot of people get disappointed on Christmas Day. You know why?
Why?
Long ago, Christmas brought the family, the neighborhoods together at the homes. And so the cooking and all those kind of things. And as I say cooking, please remind me to tell you about the preparation of the pork.
I will do that when we come back from this break. Yes. You are watching Good Morning SKN. We will be back for more right after this. Stay tuned, please.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. I'm in the company of one of my oldest friends, and one of my newest friends, not to be mistaken here.
Very good, you're catching on.
All right, so we're talking all about how Christmas came to our region. How Christmas came to the Caribbean. And so, well, more specifically, St. Kitts and Nevis. So, Leonard, I want you to tell us now what types of activities were traditionally noticed before the advent of Carnival?
Right. I was telling you about the whole spirit of people moving from, house to house, and that's why people get let down these days, because whereas people still have that thing about preparing, a lot of cooking they do is really something inside of them telling them, prepare for people to come. But we've lost that part of the culture where people actually go to people's house.
Yeah.
You cook all this food and it's you and your 3 children or something, you know?
Right.
And one of the things I recall most, though, this moving from house to house is not just with your two long hand, you know. Most of the time, you're following a troop. Okay, not the troop with the skinny thing.
The
stick
bikini.
yeah, right,
Okay.
not those things. We're talking about the cultural troops with the music and the regalia that the people wear, the costumes. Okay, there's something that they call sagwa, and sagwa starts all in the night. Okay, these are men, respectable men in the community. You see them in their mother night gown and everything, put on some brassiere and they're singing, and the music accompaniment for the sagwa is the string band. Okay, and the other ones I recall was the Niega business.
I heard that one
Yeah,
before.
sure.
Not Sagwa, I've heard
You
about
better
the
not do anything foolish
In
throughout
the
the year. Otherwise, you see yourself getting played on Christmas Day for everybody to see, you know. And then, of course, the masquerade. Okay? The masquerade is very dear to me. And every single thing about the masquerade is a symbol of something of our heritage. Okay? Down to the color, the red, down to the ribbons, the mirrors, which are supposed to symbolize the whole soul thing, where you could see through the soul.
Wow.
Yep, when you look through a mirror, because you're seeing yourself, but it's not material. So that's your soul. And the peacock feathers that's supposed to enchant you and create this kind of sexual thing, because that's how the peacock would tantalize you. Right? Everything is there. And the dances. I know there's some things about whether or not our culture is static or evolving. The masquerade which we hold dear is showing us that it has evolved. Because, believe it or not, there are 6 dances in the masquerade performance. And 3 of them for sure. 3 or 4 of them are classic ballroom dances.
Wow.
Yep. Very old ballroom dances that were danced in the French and English palaces. The first 2, the quadrille and the jig, those are classic French ballroom dances. You also have the waltz, the viola, the fine dance, and then we have the wild mass. The wild mass is the one that is purely African, mixed with a bit of Indian, the way they move with the tomahawks and all those kind of things. So it's a lot of cultures. So as we mix with different people, the culture, of course, evolve.
Right.
There was a time when cook up and goat water was the #1 thing. Now it's barbecue chicken. Okay? I don't even want to get to the other type of chicken. But you will see how the culture evolved. But what must remain important is you must be able to show the young people where everything evolved from.
Yes.
So the music and all those kind of things is important. Now, I said I wanted to speak about a particular folklore, and this is the giant despair. Okay? You see a little bit of it with the masquerade. And if the masquerade wows you, as I told you, in Nevis, we go from house to house through the community, following the troops, and you get drinks, food, entertainment everywhere you go. Okay? But there was a particular folklore called the giant despair that has kind of disappeared, but it's being revived in Nevis.
Oh, so you have to mention Nevis.
I must mention the name Keith Glasgow and a lady named Janet Nesbitt, who works in the Ministry of Culture and Development, Social Development. They're bringing it back. But it's going to be difficult to do because the giant has to be somebody who's big and strong and capable of lifting up a stick, long and tall and thick like this. Okay? And one thing I always realize with that giant, it looked like somebody gave the giant license to kill. Because the people back then, remember they didn't have televisions and so forth. And so they incorporated elaborate plays and performances, acting and so forth, speeches that are kind of absent from the folklores now. And one of the things I remember was the music started to get sweeter, the drumming. And so even though we know that this giant is going to be there sleeping, you know, and one of the masquerade is going to hit the stick and say, Solomon, awake. Why Sleepless Now? And they would hit it, but you don't know the number of times they're going to hit that stick before the giant wake up. But at the same time, the music is getting sweeter, the fifer, the drummer, everybody, and you're there, you want to run, but the music is all in you.
Leonard, I so regret to interrupt you because you are a fascinating storyteller, so I am putting it out there that we definitely have to invite you back.
Please.
Because we want the completion of these stories. We definitely need to. So I want to thank you for stopping by our studio today and sharing these very insightful stories, things that a lot of us, I'm sure, didn't know.
Didn't see, right. I feel like I missed out.
So we will be back with more Good Morning SKN right after this. Stay tuned, everyone.
Excellent.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call or WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16 and your daughter at 13. So girl look me, but me know in that. Big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help, let me go.
Let go what? Yeah, let's see where we at. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
The weekend mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
You're watching Good Morning SKN. Names like Einstein, Mozart are usually the ones associated with being geniuses. They are known for us by having higher IQs. In recent times, there have been young geniuses being circulated in the media. Most of us enter college at age 16 and 17 here in St. Kitts and Nevis and 18 in the UK system. Even then, many students who enter college may feel like they are too young and unprepared for their journey that lay ahead of them. The academic rigor can be intimidating. Parents also wonder how their child will handle having so much autonomy over their schedule. The choices that will impact their future are many. Nonetheless, every year, batches of eager and terrified 18-year-olds move from high school level education to that of college. Michael Kernley from Honolulu, Hawaii, holds the Guinness World Record for being the youngest college graduate ever enrolled in college at the age of 8. He graduated with his bachelor's degree at 10 and his master's at 14. How is that even possible? Wow. Let's find out as we speak to a magnificent and exceptional individual. Please welcome to our very own Kittitian genius. Yes, you're a Kittitian genius. Malia Erikstein, welcome.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. I know you were a little nervous. You're good now. Yeah. I mean, you're yes, you're a genius. So you got this. You got this. So tell us. I mean, has it been intimidating? You're 14 years old and you're already enrolled in the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College. Like when I was 17, I was totally unprepared, terrified. How are you feeling?
Well, entering into CFBC, I was very excited, you know, and I wasn't worried about making friends or having people to relate to because I've already been associated with a lot of the older kids from when I was in first and second form because as I did my subjects outside of school, I would have also had to attend the classes with them. So I've kind of familiarized myself with that.
Yeah, those age groups,
yeah.
Right.
Mom, I have to ask, when did you see the signs that she was going to be so advanced?
Baby genius, maybe?
It's probably at a very tender age, like when she was a baby. Like, you know how they would have this growth chart on the clinic card? Like I would realize that she would do everything way advance of time. So let's say you're supposed to like balance your head from like 6 months or so. She was balancing way before then, maybe at 6 weeks. I never really, I thought it was special, and I never really picked up on it until she got to kindergarten. And I asked her teacher, I said, how is Malia at school? And the teacher mentioned, okay, she's kind of lightheaded. But I didn't know what the expression means. So I thought lightheaded means, well, you know, you can't hold nothing in your head. So I was kind of concerned, right? But then she graduated from preschool as most outstanding student. And then what even concreted more was when she got to kindergarten, when everybody was learning how to count numbers from 1 to 20 at kindergarten stage. She was already multiplying and dividing from kindergarten stage. So.
Whoa!
So at that point, I realized that, you know, she is gifted. And she always had the drive. It continued throughout high school, throughout primary school, and throughout high school.
Wow, that's amazing. I still struggle with multiplying and dividing. So, yeah, I mean, that says a lot. So tell us, what are you studying in CFBC?
At CFBC, my main course is natural sciences, and my elective is computer science.
We can talk. I love those choices. So how do you keep so grounded? Interacting with you, I sense that humility. And for someone to be so young and so down to earth, how do you stay grounded? Does mom help with that?
I actually don't go to my mom for a lot of things because I like to figure things out by myself. I feel like I gain a sense of accomplishment when I do something without asking for help. And I feel like that could also be a downfall in some way because I find it hard to go and ask for help or go ask some questions.
Right. So, I mean, you as the mom. So we asked her how she keeps grounded. So you have a 14-year-old who's in CFBC with 17-year-old, 18 years old. Are you nervous? Are you anxious? Are you scared? How do you support her in that I mean,
she is a responsible individual, and she's very assertive, very organized. She organizes everything to the T. She plans out her day, right? I get a bit nervous sometimes when they have these late night classes, because she's still 14 years old. So sometimes she's up to college 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I get concerned because I'm not there to see what's going on. But she manages very well, and constant reinforcement as what is expected of her. We are a Christian family, so she's grounded in the Word of God, and I just try to give her support where necessary. But I'm not really worried because, like I said, I've raised her well, and she carries herself well. She knows what is expected, and so I'm not, in terms of keeping her grounded, there is an unspoken, rules around our house. You know how you're supposed to carry yourself. You know what crowd you're supposed to be among. She knows what is expected, right? And because of the type of individual she is, I'm not really worried.
Wonderful. That's great.
Yeah.
So your choices, back to your natural sciences and computer science, where do you see yourself in? And I'm not going to age you at all. I'm not going to say 10 years because of the rate that you were going.
No, it's not going to be 10. Yeah, it's going to be like 2.
In the future, where do you see yourself?
My interest in sciences led me to decide that I would like to be a pediatrician.
Oh.
But I've heard many stories from doctors who said that although they love the science, they chose their career and they're not as happy with it. So I always told my parents that if being a pediatrician didn't work out for me, I would always fall back on being a web developer because I love IT.
Those are really two different things. And the crowd goes wild, but they're all rooting for you. So yeah, that's super exciting. Again, two varying things. Pediatrician is much different from like an IT tech, right? But that's super interesting. And I mean, with your brain, you definitely have the skill to do both things. How was it for you? I'm going to ask you and I'm going to ask your mom. How was it when you were preparing for your exams? Like, I know it's normally like a nerve-wracking situation, terrified, up late night studying. Is it the same for you, or because you're a genius, you just touch it, okay, done, got it?
When I did my first 5 exams, I wasn't as nervous because I felt like those were easy subjects to tackle. But then
easy such as
HSB, English, IT, EDPM, and maths, right? So
maths was those are easy subjects. Yeah, maths, yeah, IT, easy.
But when it came to the last 4 I did, which was chemistry, biology, physics, and additional maths, I was a bit more worried because not only was I doing the subjects outside of school, I was also doing them in school. So then studying, you would think that they will come hand in hand, but because of the level of CSEC that I was doing and the ones that I was doing in school, it was very contrasting. So it was like, I'm studying this, but I'm already way ahead of it. So I had to learn to develop certain skills that helped me, and I had to learn to motivate myself because, I don't know, it was
challenging,
yeah,
but I mean, you succeeded.
Yeah,
You're also 14. So, and for you, how was it when she was doing all these exams at such a young age?
Yeah, well, she started writing CXC at age 12. She did maths and EDPM then, and I was very much nervous for her. I was a math tutor, and our EDPM classes was clashing with one of the days for maths. So she was attending 1 out of 2 sessions every week. So I was a bit nervous, right? But along the way, I can't say I was of great help to her because she would only come to me when she don't understand something. Right? She normally would study off her own. So if she bump on a question that is challenging, she'll come and she asks me to explain, and she picks up things very easily. She catches on very easily, right? So I was nervous all the way to the time when exam result was going to come out. I remember I was at AVEC. I was on the curriculum writing team, and we were there waiting for the time to reach to just open, and I remember the scream, I just shouted like, wow! I was so excited, right? So after she handled those first 2 very well, then I felt a bit more relaxed, and I allowed her to, choose the amount of subjects that you want to do. I guess I was there for guidance and for financial support. In terms of but she did most. It was mainly her. I have to give her the credit.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we give you the credit for, birthing a genius.
Absolutely.
It must have come from somewhere.
And raising her,
Right,
acknowledging,
exactly.
the talent that you saw. I have to say, you're such an inspiration as a parent, and you're such an inspiration as a student who does not set limits on yourself. That's a very good message for all of us. In our last few moments, is there anything that you want to say to other students like you in terms of what they can achieve?
Well, I like to say that what I did, I wouldn't say that it's nothing special, but if you really put your mind to it, everyone can achieve the same things that I did. They may not be able to do it at the pace at which I did it or at the age at which I did it, but you can achieve anything that you put your mind to.
Oh.
What a great way to end the segment. I want to thank you for stopping by and sharing your experiences with us. I'm sure they've been inspirations to our viewers. We'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
You ever hear earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care of yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
You're watching Good Morning SKN. Over the past few weeks, we have been privileged to have guests that run the gamut of the Federation Society, from artisans to medical professionals to that amazing group of kids from the Precious Gems Preschool. Today is no different, as we have in the studio someone whose name is synonymous with music in the Federation, Miss Pamela Wall. Miss Wall started teaching music with her first student in 1959 after returning from university. She has been the director for many choirs, including the 500-voice children choir for our very first independent service, and for many celebrations, including the visits from the Royals. Miss Wall has also been instrumental in the annual Christmas program that would normally be held at the St. George's Anglican Church. Sadly, this has not been able to occur in our current climate. While many of you would have been familiar with Miss Wall's musical history, how many of you knew that Miss Wall was among the contestants of the JC's Miss St. Kitts back in 1959?
Did not know that.
And yes, I already did the math. That's 62 years ago. I'm not even going to try this in Spanish. 62 years ago. So I am very honored to have you, my former choir director as well, in the studio with us this morning. Welcome, Miss Wall.
I'm very happy to be here and with my friends.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
She also taught me in high school.
Right?
Yes.
And both of you have sung at my Christmas concerts.
Yes,
Right?
we did. You remember so well.
And it's been missed very much.
Yes,
I
yes,
go now,
yes.
everybody saying, when is the concert?
Yes,
And
I mean, this question is not even on it, but any hopes of having it maybe 2022?
Hopefully, yes. I thought we would have it this year too. We tried to do it virtually last year, but it didn't work out. So maybe next year.
Maybe.
And-
It's a Christmas essential.
You promised to be on it.
Oh, well, committed now, yes. As long as I'm in the Federation, yes.
yes.
Absolutely.
So, Ms. Wall, I have trouble remembering last week. So, I mean, let's put your memory to the test. Can you remember how it was to enter in 1959?
Well, I had just come back from England. And I was told that, this contest was coming up. And my brother-in-law, Charles Brisbane, got hold of me and he said, I would like you to go in,
Your brother?
I said, "Go." He said, in those days, it wasn't Miss St. Kitts anymore. It was then Carnival Queen. And he said, I was fancy you. Odie Brisbane. I said, wow, okay. I hadn't even seen these because I was in England all the time. So he got Mrs. June Mestier to be my chaperone. And she, being a Trinidadian, was very creative. She right away created my costume and my evening dress. The costume was called Sea Fantasy, and it was a blue torso, and I wore a cape with a big collar, and she did all the embroidery you see.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you have a picture of it, but all the sequins, all the fish, and the net was all hand done by her.
Wow.
And on my head was what looked like coral. A lot of people thought it was a piece of coral. But she had got twigs made soap powder and dipped it in that and then put little beads on it, and it really looked like a piece of coral on my head. It was kind of heavy too. And then she designed my evening dress, which she called Southern Belle, and I think they have a picture of it. And it was O'Donnell, a very pale, brocaded green dress. 23 yards of material.
23?
23
Wow.
yards of material. And she laced dark velvet green, and then ended in a big bow at the back. So I was ready and good to go.
Right. So how was the experience for you?
Well, I think in those days it was in the park. And the JC's built up a platform there. And we really only had the two presentations, evening dress and costume. We did
So no speech, no interview?
It was done backstage apparently.
Oh, okay.
So somebody reminded me. Yes.
Okay.
The memory is not good these days.
No, your memory of the dress seems very spot on, very detailed, yes.
And yes, so we only had those two presentations. We didn't have to wear bathing suit or anything else. But we were spared that interview on the stage. Which nobody looks forward to.
No, nobody does.
You remember that, don't you?
Yes, I do. I do remember. I remember my heart going. So as a runner-up, were there any responsibilities that you had to do in the community?
Not really. Only in case the Queen, went away, and we'd have to step in her shoes. But in those days, there was not any big. We didn't have to go through the ordeal. I shouldn't call it an ordeal. I think it's an experience that the girls do. Because they start from months now.
Yes.
And they get trained in etiquette and table manners and, all sorts of things, as you know.
Yes.
And they have a good time, though.
Good time. I don't know if it was a good time. You said maybe you may have said the right word first. The ordeal of having to prepare months in advance.
And they make friends, very good friends.
True.
So, Miss Wall, music has evolved in time, and that's how many people know you.
Yes.
For this music. So, how are some of the ways that the contest has evolved with a positive light from now till then? Music in general.
Music in general?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've had many students who have done very, very well. Some have gone away, won scholarships. Amril Walden won a scholarship to England. She met her African husband, who went and lived in Africa and taught music.
Maybe
there.
you need to teach me music so I could now meet my African husband. That would be great.
Music there. Hazel Brooks won a scholarship to Canada, and she spent 7 years doing music over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had many others. One of my best students was Mark Owen.
Mm-hmm.
And a group got together and decided that they wanted to send him away because his family couldn't afford it. So they told me, encourage him to go and so forth. So when he came and I put the question to him, he said, no, I'm going to be a priest, a Roman Catholic priest.
Wow.
And they kept saying me, oh, you have to encourage him to do his music. I said, no. He's going to do his music as a priest.
Oh, wow.
So from the time he left and went to Ohio and started studying, he would send and tell me all the things he's doing, and he heard this person playing the organ, and he went upstairs and he offered to play for her, and so he's kept up his music.
Wow.
He even sent me a video showing me he's now in Baltimore with his choir, and he was playing and
they're singing,
directing them and so forth. So I'm happy that at least it's rubbed off on some.
Yes, your legacy lives on.
Some come and go because the parents said
well, that's true.
Everybody has their talent, and you have to develop.
Yes, nurture, right.
Very engaging conversation, Miss Wall. We will continue with it when we return from this break. More Good Morning SKN in a moment.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who gonna support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
I was just telling Miss Wall that, she has such a long resume. So let's shift gears a little bit and let's talk about you being the Business and Professional Women's Club president in 1975. Do you remember that? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, that was through the instrumentality of another brother-in-law, Freddie Lamb. He started the Rotary Club here, and he met somebody who was belonging to the international. It's an international federation, Business and Professional Women's Club. And so he invited this lady from Trinidad. She was in charge of the regional committee, trying to get the membership going. So she came and she met with me and she told me what it was all about, and I thought it was a wonderful association to start. So I got a few women together and, explained what it was all about. And I had Mrs. Limor, who was the only lady lawyer at that time. I think we have more lady lawyers than men right now.
Maybe we do.
And to try and agree to be president, and at the meeting she declined. So it just fell in my lap, you know, and I thought, wow, I've never been president of any association before. So right away I took a Dale Carnegie course, and I would like to encourage young women to take a Dale Carnegie course. It helps you, it trains you to public speaking, and, you know, once upon a time you'd never find me here. I used to be very shy.
Really?
And that helped me a lot. And as a result of that, the first thing I did was to go to Mexico City. It was the year of the decade, the UN declared a decade for women, from 75 to 85. So the first conference, big conference, was in Mexico City. So 3 of us took off right away and went to Mexico City, rubbed shoulders with women from all over the world, all walks of life. And that was an eye-opener. And so we came back and our batteries were charged, ready to go. And this is why I think BPW really
is
took off
existing, and it's
very
existing
well.
today, yes.
The first thing we did, one of the first things we did was to have a career showcase for women, to try and introduce them into non-stereotype careers.
Right.
So, and that really encouraged women to go and step into other careers. You know, we now have women doing engineering, architecture, agriculture, you name it.
Right.
They're there. And I think that because we had these career showcases every year, and we got professionals to come in and talk with them, that it made a difference. And I have to tell you that Mrs. Didier, Joan Malalou's mother, we brought her here to do floral decorations and arrangements. And through those, a lot of women now make their money from arrangement, floral arrangement, as a result of her. And you know, I always remember her saying to me, Pam, never be afraid to start something. Be brave, always start something. You never know whether it will succeed or not, but always start something. And those words
stick with you.
Remain there.
Wow, wow. So, I mean, I guess we can say thanks to you for, you know, encouraging women to, you know, live out their dreams and be whoever they want to be. As you said, St. Kitts has lots of lawyers, and back when you started, they had just one female.
And no doctors. And I mean, when you think about it, you know.
Yes. I can't imagine no female doctors.
Women have taken over now.
Yes, we have. Yes, the women have taken over now.
She loves that. I'm not going to.
She said it. She said it. I didn't.
I'm never going to live that down now that you've said it. Well, one final question for you.
This is a fun one.
Yeah, it is a very fun one. We're putting you on the spot a little bit. We're bringing things back. Well, it's actually local or international. Who's your favorite soca artist?
Hot. Arrow. One said arrow.
Oh my gosh. And you know, every time I listen to that song, I'm blown away because it's just from Montserrat, just next door to us.
I know. He was very good.
Yes, and he's making money.
He's passed on now.
I know, but he's making money even now because I saw it just the other day in a movie, and I'm like, Montserrat. It's really exciting.
I have to confess that Calypso is really my style.
Oh, Calypso.
I've judged many Calypso.
So who is your favorite Calypsonian?
Well, here in St. Kitts, I have 2.
Okay, let us know.
Socrates.
He's really
Thomas.
Of course, I was waiting for that.
And he's back to singing Calypso now.
I've been encouraging him. You know, I said,
wonderful.
He is very, very musical.
Amazing.
He does lyrics, he does music, he does melody. I have one complaint though, and one of the reasons I stopped judging Calypso, because the lyrics get 40 points and music get only 30 points. I don't agree with that.
You think they should be equal?
Should be equal. Okay, let's have a look at it. Don't steel bands play the Calypso? What are they playing? Melody or lyrics?
Melody.
Exactly.
Right.
And you know right away that is so-and-so Calypso. Take away the melody. What do you have?
Just words.
Exactly, you have a point.
Right.
So, you know, I think the music is so important, and I think it should be 40-40.
Agreed. So maybe whoever is listening, we could make some adjustments here because, you know, the boss, the veteran says, you know, music and lyrics should be equal. Again, we've been talking to a legend. Again, I was just telling her that when she taught me in high school, maybe 20 years ago, she still looks the same.
Don't make me look older than I am. You know, I taught at high school for like 50 years.
Really? She still looks the same. So whatever water she's drinking, she needs to bring some to the studio. So maybe all of us could drink from the fountain of youth. You're watching Good Morning SKN. We'll be right back after this.
So thank you.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me go!
Let go what? Yeah, let's see what really happened. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
The weekend mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
The St. Kitts Diabetes Association wants to encourage you to remember the association's gospel, abbreviated TEAM, in order to maintain good control of your diabetes. T, you must test your blood sugar regularly. E, you must eat right with decent quantities of vegetables and fruits and eliminate sugary products. E, you must exercise frequently, at least 4 to 6 times weekly for 30 minutes or more each time. And M, you must take your medication as prescribed by your healthcare provider. If you follow this gospel, you will significantly reduce your chances of encountering the dreaded complications associated with poor control of diabetes, namely kidney failure, blindness, heart disease, stroke, and amputations. Visit your healthcare provider regularly to ensure good control of your diabetes and to access early intervention in case of any unexpected complications. Come and join the St. Kitts Diabetes Association and add your voice and your efforts to those working to ease the burden of persons living with diabetes. Thank you.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. 'Tis the season of giving. For this holiday season, we here at Good Morning SKN are spreading the Christmas cheer. We are having a series of giveaways. Yesterday, our winners of the Le Jardin Cosmetics giveaway, were Jelani Johnson and Kitchen Beauty on YouTube. Congratulations to you both. And for those of you who don't know how to participate, follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages at Studio 327 INC. All the details are posted there. Now it's time. I wish we had a drum. I can, start the drum roll. Now it's time for the giveaway yet again. And this time we have partnered with Flo, and we are honored to have as our guest for this segment, Mrs. Eunice George, manager of B2B sales here as Flo's representative. Welcome, Mrs. George.
Thank you. Nice to be
A
here.
familiar face.
A very familiar face, in fact.
She taught at Baxter High School when I was there as well. St. Kitts is such a small.
I know, right? But in a different capacity today, of course.
Yes.
Representing Flo. So what mobile and internet benefits are included in the Make Christmas Sparkle Flo initiative?
Okay, so what we are doing is ensuring that our small to medium business enterprises have the best package that can make them thrive. We at Cable and Wireless recognize that our small to medium business needs the push so that they can survive in this competitive environment, and also an environment that is just coming out of
hopefully
of the pandemic.
Hopefully.
So we have some exciting bundles for our small to medium enterprise businesses.
All right, can you give us any details on those bundles?
All right, so at Cable and Wireless, we are able to bundle our mobile and our internet services. There are very attractive plans. Our first plan is actually the start plan, and that allows you to get 50 megs of internet service along with 30 gigs. And with that, you have 10,000 minutes. So all of our plans, you get 10,000 voice minutes. In addition to that, you're also able to use your data for, you'll be able to use your data for business services such as Teams, WhatsApp, those types of...
The ones that we use most, WhatsApp for sure.
Free. Okay, that's included in your 30 gig package. That's our starter package, yes.
Well, I'm using Teams a lot these days, it seems. So
yes,
I can imagine.
we are.
And I've been experiencing bandwidth depletion. So when you mention that, that's awesome.
Yes.
Right.
So can you give us an idea of where the price starts? Because, money is a big factor right now.
Yeah. So for that bundle, it's just $249.
Oh, wow.
And what we are doing at this time is a special Christmas giveaway. So you sign up for one package and you get the features of the top tier. So if you are signing up for the $249 package, at this time you will get the features of the $449 package.
Wow.
Right. So we're giving you more more internet speed for less, just for 6 months.
I was about to ask.
So you have to sign up in December.
You have to sign up in December. So I trust that all of the small businesses, you are listening and you are taking this great opportunity to propel your business.
For sure. As a small business owner myself, what about the infrastructure? Do we need to have a modem? Do we need to have someone come in to set that up for us, or is it something that you guys could do as well?
So we set it up for you. We set it up for you. And we also have fiber right now, fiber optic. So our customers will be getting more speed. It will be more reliable.
Yes.
And of course, we are setting you up for the Christmas season. So you don't have the drops that you would know.
This sounds really great. You're really making it sparkle. And tell us about so there's 3 tiers, you said?
3 tiers.
Okay, can you tell us about the 2 other ones really quickly?
So you have the premium, which is $449, and for that you will get 300 megs in terms of speed data, right? And then the elite, which is 600 megs. So for those businesses that really want a lot of speed, we can provide that for you.
Wow, that's
in addition to the mobile plan. So those are our bundles. So you can sign up for the advance, get the premier, and sign up for the premier and get the elite. And this is where
sounds great.
It applies, right? So terms and conditions, of course, apply.
Of course.
So the availability of fiber in your area. But of course, contact us, and we will be delighted to let you know the plans that we have.
Wonderful. It sounds really great. And again, for 6 months, that sets us up for success. Again, we're talking to our representative from Flow, and we're going to get to the exciting part where we have the giveaway. Well, this was exciting, but more exciting is the giveaway. And we'll get to that shortly. You're watching Good Morning SKN.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
You're watching Good Morning SKN, and we're here with our Christmas giveaway partner for today. We have one every day, Miss Eunice George of Flow, and we're going to be giving away 2 special gifts to 2 special persons. Can you tell us what we'll be giving away?
So we will be giving away one of our combo plans. So you call in now, sign up, you will get a combo plan.
All right.
Yes.
So we, for the winners, do we have our winners yet? Do we need a drum roll?
Drum roll? Yeah, we do have our winners. Yes, we do.
So for the first winner, we have from Facebook, Keslin Thomas, and the winner from YouTube is Anointed to Worship. Okay. All right, so we have 2 winners. Again, make sure to contact Studio 327 Inc. to get your prize. We'll get you signed up and sorted with Flow. Super fast internet, super convenient. And yes, let your Christmas, I know Christmas is a time where we like to connect with our friends and family. So it even could come in handy if you want to have that FaceTime call for Christmas for the relatives that you can't see. So yeah, that's really great.
Absolutely. And we do want to thank all of you for participating. Those of you who participated but did not win, we want to thank you for doing that.
Don't be a sore loser like Jamie.
Hashtag not sore loser. All right. So thank you, Mrs. George, for this giveaway.
And you said you wanted to tell us a little bit more about your internet service?
Of course. We also have standalone internet plans. So even if you are not able to sign up for the bundle, you can get our internet plans, okay? We have our standalone, so that starts from 35 megs, it goes to 50 megs, and the pricing there we have beginning at $119.
Oh, that's pretty affordable.
Yes, pretty affordable, the first plan, and then it goes to $149 for the 50 megs, and then we go to 150 megs for $199, and our 300 megs for $349. Now we've got our small businesses covered. You can't complain about speed. We know you need your speed to operate, so we have done it for you. And remember, you have that 10,000 minutes with our bundle plans. So there are some customers who you may not be able to reach at all by WhatsApp because they don't have data at that time.
Right.
With our plans, you have 10,000 minutes voice that you can call these customers. And you can call the USA, you can call Canada.
Oh, it includes international, some international minutes?
Our mobile plans include calling to the UK, landline, USA, Canada, and of course, local.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's
especially
especially now. Right. And even now in the pandemic, it's really good to stay connected to your friends and your family and your business partners overseas. Like, yes, again, I was saying that St. Kitts is so small, but actually the world is so small.
It seems that way.
So it's amazing, you know, like we're small businesses here, but we're connected to so many different people all over the place, and this is just perfect
It's
for.
good to know that you at
again.
Floor are thinking about
Yes.
things like this and thinking about the people who actually use your services, even in ways that we never even envisioned. So it's thank you
I
so
think
much.
I remember internet back when I was younger, and the speed that they're offering now, I mean, night and day to the speed that we were having. I don't know if you remember dial-up.
You're going to ask me if I remember dial-up? Really? No.
I remember that loud noise. I remember, I know a lot of people won't remember that. Maybe some of you in here wouldn't remember that the lot of noises that your phone would make when you're signing up. So yeah, amazing. And you said fiber optics, so super speed, always connected. I mean, I know sometimes we go in different places, and you know, the internet, even in my house, maybe I need to come to Fluff for my internet. Don't tell Milan I said that. But sometimes I have to go up in my living room, buy my modem, bring my laptop out. So yeah.
You heard the services advertised. Yes, Mrs.
Yes.
Connectivity is key for us.
Yes.
Communications is key for us. We understand that our customers must communicate with their clients. We don't want you dropping out. We want you to make sure you can contact them at any time. And that's what we are doing. And so even though we have the Christmas offer, which gives you more, you're getting more value for what you're paying for. Remember, you're getting a tier higher, a plan above, the features of the plan above, the one that you're paying for 6 months, right? So that is exceptional. But we also have plans, our voice plans, that offer you 10,000 minutes. Now, you know that you may not be able to contact all of your customers via WhatsApp, because that's very common. And some persons want to be professional, they want you to use
call them
lines.
on the landline.
So we also have the plan where you are able to bolt on the landline and have 10,000 minutes just to call directly to your customers. With the same features, USA, Canada, UK landline included, as well as Flow Caribbean.
Awesome.
So we are making sure that you can connect with your customers.
Thank you so much, Mrs. George. Thank you to Flo as well for partnering with us for this. And I'm loving this name, Make Christmas Sparkle.
Yes.
Definitely you have made it sparkle.
So if we wanted to find out, just lastly before it gets our viewers, do we have to come in store? Can we sign up online?
So you can sign up online, flowbusiness.com. So you can go there and sign up. And you can also contact us at 662-4474. That's Nivola. You can call that number. She'll be ready to assist you. So we are looking for our new customers to come and take up this exciting offer.
All right, perfect. Perfect. You heard it here on Good Morning SKN. We'll have a short commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first. If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the Counseling Center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
You're watching Good Morning SKN, and it's
Friday!
So this signals the beginning of the weekend, and when we all get to relax after a busy work week, it is a great thing. So today, Mimi and I are going to bring the week to an end with a little bit of fun by playing a game we call Mad Libs, but it's going to be the Mad Libs Christmas edition, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
is that it?
yes.
Mad Libs Christmas style. Okay, let's see how we get this thing going. So, have you ever heard of it before, Mimi?
No, not until just now.
All right, so there's hope for Team Jamie. Hashtag, if you're supporting me still after what seems to be those miserable failures, you can just leave a comment on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, hashtag Team Jamie. That'd be great.
It's not a game for winners or losers,
Or
but
hashtag Team
Jamie is going to lose anyway. It's not a game that has a winner. So the idea of the game is that we have a paragraph and some of the words are missing. So, okay, so if a noun is missing, it's going to be a dash and I'm going to say noun, and Jamie or myself are going to say whatever random noun comes to mind. If it's an adjective, any random adjective.
And so on and so forth.
And then we're going to read the paragraph at the end. He doesn't know what's on the paragraph, but I wouldn't know. But then we'll read it and it'll be a fun story. It'll be a masterpiece.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to play rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to be filling in the blanks.
All righty.
Can you win at rock, paper, scissors? Do you know how to play rock, paper, scissors, Jamie?
Let's see.
Yes.
The shade, it just got really dark, right?
1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay.
Right.
You win. So I'm going to guess.
Alrighty, so. Here we go. Dear Santa.
No, you're not supposed to read the story. You're
I'm not supposed to read.
You're reading it at the end when we fill in
No
all the
problem.
words.
I get it now.
Right.
I get it now. So take 2. All right.
Okay.
On live television, no less. Take 2, right? Yeah. So, adjective.
Exciting.
Exciting. Noun.
Honda Civic.
Relative.
Sister-in-law.
Noun.
Jupiter.
Verb.
Dancing.
Wow, this is so interesting to me because I'm seeing this come to life. Anyway, you have no idea what I'm writing here. Noun.
Noun?
Yes.
Noun, John.
And another noun.
James Bond.
Ooh. 007. All right, so this completes one paragraph. I'm going to quickly ask guys in the studio, is this where Mimi now takes my thing? So do I have to read this back?
Yes.
Oh, we continue. So she's doing the whole thing. That's fine. All right, so let's go, Mimi. Adjective.
Happy.
Ooh, we're going to speed things up now. I know you guys at home must be really curious
Right.
to see the end result. Adjective.
Funny.
Well, at home or at work. Let me correct that. Yes, person.
Person.
Mm-hmm.
Santa Claus.
Ooh, Santa. Animal.
Reindeer.
And location.
Mars.
Mars.
Mhm.
Awesome. Last one. Adjective.
Adjective. Okay.
All right, how about this? Why don't I just deal with these two?
Okay, let's
and
go.
we can discuss how skillful you are.
Okay.
All right, so here it is. Drum
Here's
roll.
the story.
This is what Mimi completed in her story, The Mad Libs Christmas Edition. So, Mimi writes, Dear Santa, I have been a very exciting Honda Civic. This year, I have been a very exciting Honda Civic this year. I always help my sister-in-law with chores around the Jupiter. It's my job to dancing the John and take out the James Bond every day. Paragraph number 2. I really hope that I am on the happy list this year.
Yay.
I have done a lot of funny things. So I think that I deserve it.
Lots of funny things.
Including this, right? Send in the clowns. All right.
Right.
Even help Santa Claus feed their reindeer. Okay, that's not so bad. Although it's technically a lie. While they were on vacation, so Santa went to Mars. According
Vacation
to Mimi's
on
story.
Mars.
According to Mimi's story, Santa went to Mars, and Mimi, you fed the reindeer while he took a trip
was
to
away.
Mars.
So I think I should be on the happy list. I think I should be on the happy list.
Okay.
So that's the game.
Yeah, but we actually have time for one more. Oh, well, yes, and we'll take a break and we'll be right back, apparently. Signal's getting crossed here after Santa went to Mars. All right, we'll be back for more right after this. Stay tuned.
Do you
Let's
need your
face
laundry
it,
or dry
most
cleaning
parents or
picked up
guardians
and
don't want to
delivered?
think about their
Well,
teens having
Express
sex.
Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call our WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
So we're back with Mad Libs. Again, it's not a competitive game, so I can't technically beat Jamie, but I sort of can. Anyway, it's your turn to guess. It's the Christmas edition.
That's a challenge.
So let's go.
That's a challenge.
Noun.
Guys.
Let's go. Noun.
Boy.
Adjective.
Fun.
Noun.
Car.
Adjective.
Sad.
Verb.
Do.
Verb.
Play.
Plural noun. More than one noun.
People.
You did well in school, didn't you? Food.
Ice cream.
Plural noun.
Staff.
Adjective.
Hot.
Verb.
Right.
Another verb.
Walk.
Noun.
Bag.
Person.
Dad.
Singular verb. One person doing the action.
Okay. Strolls.
An adjective.
In honor of Miss Wall here, hot again. I'll play hot again.
Okay, we're done. So we're ready to read.
Ooh, hang on. Should we celebrate this moment? Should we slow it down? You know, like when those cinematic things are happening.
Okay, we're going to read it very dramatically.
Ah, awesome.
Can we cue some dramatic music, please? Dun, dun, dun. Are we ready? We're ready.
Everything changes from this moment on, right? Let's see.
It's Let It Snow, the remix. Oh, the boy outside is fun, but the car is so sad. And since we've got no place to do, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Wow, this is great. It doesn't play people of stopping, and I brought some ice cream for popping. The staff are turned all the way down hot. Let it snow, let it snow. We finally write goodbye, how I'll walk going in the bag. But if Dad really strolls me tight, all the way home I'll be hot. And that is Jamie's.
That makes sense though, right?
And that is Jamie's Let It Snow remix. This is great stuff.
I see why they call them Mad Libs. You want me to sing that? Because I'm sure I can make it into like one of those viral things on YouTube. But yeah.
This is
time.
some great stuff. So yeah, I mean, are we gonna compare stories to see who has the better?
But I don't know. I would say if my handwriting were a little better, we would probably post them on social media.
No, my handwriting looks like a doctor's handwriting. So don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
Maybe we will. We don't know yet. We'll let you know.
All right. So yeah, this is the end of this game. It's not a game for winning. We're just enjoying playing with each other. Yeah. So if you do have any games that we could play where I could actually beat Jamie, can you post them in the comments and let us know? I'm enjoying my winning streak.
I honestly don't think that Mimi understands. So you guys out there who were raised well understand that chivalry is not dead, right? So you understand that I've let her win? Just to boost
raised
her
well. So are you insinuating that I wasn't raised well?
No, I said you guys out there who understand what it is like to be raised well as a young boy or a man.
Okay.
Chivalry is not dead, and so I'm simply letting you win.
That's not how this works. That's not how this works. This is not the same as like opening doors and giving me flowers. Don't come with that. All right.
That's simply what I was saying. I was trying to boost your ego for a little bit. So we'll see.
Well, my ego is very boosted.
I know that. I'm constantly reminded.
my ego from all my wins this week.
Okay. Well, you see, mission accomplished, guys. Mission accomplished. I feel
Jamie,
so good. I gave you the gift of winning this Christmas.
Please.
This is awesome.
Wow.
Incredible.
Thank you for that. Thank you. All right, you're watching Good Morning SKN. We're almost at the end of our show. We're saying that time goes so fast.
It does.
Sometimes we get here, okay, we have 2 hours. And then by the time we blink, it's almost time to go. So we're going to take a short commercial break and we'll be back with some more fun stuff.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
You ever hear earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the doorway or any exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, "You feel it, you feel it?" Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who gonna support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first.
If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the Counseling Center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? Yeah, let's see what we happen. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every day mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16 and your daughter at 13. So girl look me, but me know in that. Big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Theater, an art form that allows us to see a range of emotions in full effect live. Today, we're joined by members of the Virchhouse High School Theater Group who are here to perform and surely entertain us and you, the viewers. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this performance by Naisha Douglas, Deshaun Stevens, Jacinda Wharton, and Marcia Jeffers. The Virchhouse High School Theater Group.
There is no India in my country. Let's borrow. Please excuse the foot. Yes, and I try to clean up the place. You're always on that one phone.
Me phone bother you know? What is the problem? Me doctor say I must rest myself.
You and that one excuse. My doctor said this, my doctor said that. I swear to God, I'm telling you, your child is going to be just as lazy as you.
Hey, nothing man ain't gonna be no work class like you.
Oh. Hey, please take your dirty bag off of my rug. Yes, me try to clean up the place.
Me's a hard-working man, you know. If me have Billy side here, and me could do what me want in my place, check?
I said, take your dirty bag off of my rug.
No,
I try to clean up the place because Deshaun coming this afternoon.
Deshaun, me foot.
can't wait. Wait till Deshaun come, I can't wait. I hope you bring some hot clothes for me, baby, and some nice Jordans.
Jordans? As for you, you see we're not child board? Find somewhere to go now. Come here, want to noise in my head, you check? You and the child just go. Oh.
Okay, Daddy, since in here belong to you, show me out. I bet you and your bottle them go out before me.
Watch yourself, you know.
I bet you are your hush. See, Deshaun, come in.
Justin, fam, how's everybody keeping? And what's with all this noise? The neighbors will complain.
The neighbors? You mean the old hag? Don't worry about she's just miserable. Anyways, welcome back, big brother. I am so happy to see you again. Please, I'll take your suitcase and I'll go get you a drink, okay?
You put drink in the fridge, miss? I never get a greeting like that yet. Come like only some people go get greeting. Come like I'm gonna go away and come back.
Some people? Boy, that's your brother. Show some respect. Anyways, Deshaun, how was your trip? What you bring back for me and the baby?
Baby? How old are you? You haven't even been to college yet and you're having a baby?
Well, you're acting like I got pregnant on purpose. I was raped.
Hear that story there. Well, anyways, Deshaun here, have some good old-fashioned Christmas sorrow, and please tell me all about your trip.
Watch the again. Only some people could go up on your log and drink Sawil. He was always all your favorite, you see? Good thing I know. Where does make Sawil? I go.
What's his problem? Did I say something?
Don't study him, he just vexed that he woman done him. So he just drinking his life away. But anyways.
Dear God, I swear to God. Anyways, I don't hope you better go and ask Deshaun for nothing for you and that one baby there, you know, because you always a beg for something. I bet you the child will be just as real as you.
Well, at least I can get a child. What you have to show for yourself. You're working in the bank for all these years and can't get a man. It better you go look a man on singles.com.
Hey, stop it. That's not what to be talking to your older sister.
Swear to God, y'all just upset me sometimes. And I know, Naisha, you always do some stupidness about me being single and all of that. Yeah. Naisha, at least I'm doing what me I gotta do. Me I go in school, me I study, me I get my degree, wherever I watch you, but you're pregnant.
Why?
Whatever.
I know a mistake made a mistake coming here. I'm going back to Mama too.
Wait. Naisha, you okay?
My belly hurting me, it hurting me.
Naisha, wait, Deshaun, can you repeat taxi? Something happened to you, Deshaun?
Yeah. No, I will not. I'm going back to my hotel room.
I swear to God, oh my God. Naisha, never!
We good? I go fast?
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16 and your daughter at 13. So girl I look me, but me know in that. Big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
It's alright.
Hey, look on the bright side. She left us with a beautiful baby girl that we have the privilege of taking care of.
We? Where was we 10 years ago? Oh, God.
It's okay. We need to go back there, you know. We all need to just show each other love and stop the arguing, you check?
Look at the arguing. But I guess you're right. Christmas is about friends and family and loving each other, and I swear to God, y'all are the best and only brothers I have. Sorry for being such a stress sometimes.
Sometimes? Girl, you're always a egg. You're always a egg. Anyway, I love you still. And brother, I forgive you, no?
Yeah. We don't know when it will be our time. Naisha has taught us to appreciate the time we spend with each other.
Yeah, boy.
I love you guys, but I'm hungry now. Merry Christmas. Can we eat now?
Yeah, we'll have it. That's it. Cut.
You're
When growing
watching
your savings,
Good Morning
where you save
SKN.
matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Has anyone ever touched you here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies, and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom, but my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16 and your daughter at 13. Two girl a look me, but me no inna that. Big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327. No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Holy faithful, joyful and triumphant, oh come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of faith. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven, and heaven.
Remember this week we get double here. I'm telling you, we get something. And oh God, but no.
Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Come on, ring those bells like the Christmas tree. Jesus is the King, born for you and me. Come on, ring those bells, everybody sing. Jesus, we remember it's your birthday. Mama, bake your Johnny cake, Christmas coming. Mama, bake your Johnny cake, Christmas coming. Christmas coming, then New Year's morning. Christmas coming, then New Year's morning. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Thank you very much, everyone. This was the carolers bringing joy and Christmas to you.
Can I please pray for me, please? It's a nice prayer.
We want to pray for this young man. Heavenly Father, we thank you, God, that you have called young men because they are strong. He's requesting prayer, God, and I pray that your special protection over his life, that you would guide him, that you would keep him, God, strong and mighty. You have a purpose for his life, God, and I see where you have brought him from. And I ask, God, in this Christmas season that, Father, forgive him. Have a merry, merry Christmas. Merry, merry Christmas. A merry, merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Have a merry, merry Christmas. A very merry Christmas. A merry, merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Merry Christmas, everybody. And a Happy New Year.
This brings us to the end of today's edition of Good Morning SKN. Of course, leading us out, the Virgins High School Theater Group. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for following us on social media at Studio 327 INC. For all of us here at Studio 327, I'm Jamie Morris saying bye-bye until Monday. Bye-bye.
morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, SKN.